Hey YouTube, it's Text Evolution here, and I'm here with an unboxing of Apple's latest iPod Touch. It is the iPod Touch 5. I pre-ordered it sometime early in October and has finally arrived, so I'm eager to do a video unboxing for you guys so you can see what this is all about. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up for you all. Alright, so it comes in a pretty small package, and it's quite light too, so I was like, is this actually an iPod Touch? But I remembered, yeah, they're pretty light devices. So yeah, here it is. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna get this box out of the way and go ahead and take this thing out from its box. Right, so I ordered the red version. You can see it's a product red special edition. Bring that up to camera. Let's get that out of the way. And as you can see, similar to the iPhone 5, the screen is noticeably longer. So, yeah. Anyways, you're not really too interested in the packaging, so I'm gonna try and open this up as quick as possible for you guys. Get that out. And there you go. Here it is. Let me get this out. Put this aside first. So let's get to the manuals and see what's up. So we have certification that it is a product red. Didn't want to be redundant. But anyways, the instruction manual, the quick guide, is greeted by a really nice and classy hello. So it's very inviting. We have iCloud, App Store, messages, FaceTime, all that stuff that you know about already. And then of course our Apple stickers. Alright, and what's new here is that now we have, instead of the original pinned dock connector, or pinned cable, we have this lightning cable that is supposedly supposed to be a lot faster, but in fact only uses USB 2.0, so not too much faster, if any. But it does look pretty cool. I mean, before in the other cables, I can show it to you really quickly, we have like a sort of like curved edge to it, but in this case we have a squared USB connector, and then of course a smaller end on this one. So hold on just one moment and I'll bring out the older connector that was in the other iPod Touches. Alright, so here's the older one. As you can see, of course, well, mine is all worn out, but you can see the differences in the cable size. And then the differences in the other end that goes into the computer. So I'm liking this new modern look. Okay, put that aside. Also new is the loop, which I'll show you how it fits onto the iPod Touch, but it goes on the back. That's where you'd put it. And then finally, probably like one of the things I'm most looking forward to other than the new iPod Touch 5 is the new Earpods. So, I don't know if it's play on word with earphones and iPod, but, or the shape of like what goes into your ear, this part, it's more like a pod rather than a phone, or like rather than the old ones. But here it is, and let me give you a comparison with the older ones that came with the other iPod devices and iPhones from previous generations. Let's see the difference between the two. So here's the old one, and then here's the new one. And they seem about the same size, although this one is going to be obviously a little longer in this dimension, And instead of having, that's 5 holes for the sound, you just have 1. And then here you have the main speaker versus this entire space dedicated to the speaker. And I tested it, and there's significantly less sound leakage from the newer earpods than the older earphones. And that's great news for people who are like listening like on the train or something, and you're always annoyed at that one person, or maybe that one person may be you, who has like the volume up to like max volume or something close to that, and then other people hear you, and you hear like other people's music, so it gets kind of annoying. But with these, it should minimize that sound leakage a little more. Okay, but onto the main attraction here, which is the iPod Touch 5. And maybe I should just declutter this and move everything out of the way so you guys can focus on this thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and peel this out of the way. And power it on for you. Let's take a look while it's powering on. Here's the aluminum back that you can see. It's in red, or whatever color that you choose to have. We have a place for our earphones, the new connector, or new port for the connector, speakers, I'm assuming. And wow, it's pretty quick, already powered on. And of course, I select English, United States, and I'll select this and log in with my Wi-Fi. Apparently it's like required that you log into a Wi-Fi network. Won't let me go on unless I do. And yes, set up as a new iPod Touch. And they require you to sign in with your Apple ID, which I will. And then you have to do all this stuff. Okay. Alright, so in the meanwhile, let me show you how the loop fixes onto it. It's pretty simple. Just take it in like this. Oops, sorry. Pop it out first. By pressing on it like that. And then you just slip it in like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is finish setting up everything. And no, I'm not going to use iCloud, but you can if you want. Oh my god, set up my email. Oh, which is optional. Yes, I'll use Siri. Like, holy crap. There's so many steps to like set up your simple device. Well, it's not that simple, but steps are ridiculous. So don't send. Okay. Alright, thanks. Alright, so now we're finally at the start screen, and as you can see, there is room for an extra row of icons because of the bigger screen. You can see your weather and everything. Notifications, which I have none. And so yeah, that's a first look at the iPod Touch 5. So you can see it's quite slim. I'm not really going to go into the details on new software and stuff. I'm going to save that for the in-depth review I'm going to be giving on the new iPod Touch 5. But let me take you around like a quick tour of the physical features of this thing, and give you like brief size comparisons on that. So, alright, so first, let me go ahead and show you the thinness of this device. It's very thin and quite light. I mean, I almost feel like I need a case in order for me to be able to grip it without thinking I'm gonna like drop it any minute. But just to give you an idea of the relative size it is, I have the Captivate Glide, which is Galaxy S2 variant for AT&T here. It's about the same size in terms of height. It's not too far off. But in terms of width, of course, iPod Touch 5 is quite a ways narrower. I don't know if you can tell from here, but it's definitely noticeable when you have it in the hands. And then obviously in terms of thickness, I mean, I have a keyboard on mine that slide out like that, but in terms of thickness, it's quite a ways thinner than this phone. Obviously, it's pretty much probably like the top half of this phone. If I go ahead and slide it out like that, it's about the same thickness, so you can see. And then I ordered, of course, the red version, but it comes with a white front. And then, obviously, the back is red. One thing I want to note is that the camera pretty much protrudes out just a little bit, so it's not completely flush. But no worries, you're not going to get scratches on the camera, really. It's made of, I think, sapphire. Don't quote me on that, but it's pretty scratch resistant. I don't know about the screen, if it is. I should probably get a screen protector for it soon. But yeah, that's what you have. And then, of course, the volume buttons are the same color as color that you ordered it with. And then you have your sleep and wake button up on top. Nothing on this side. And then, I went through this earlier, your 3.5mm headphone jack. Then your lightning connector and speakers. And then, of course, the front. You have your front-facing camera. And then the home button, which is quite tactile and springy. And yes, there you go. I don't always review Apple products, but I thought, hey, you know, it's iPod Touch 5 or iPhone 5, quite similar. So I thought I'd give it a review and perhaps a comparison with the Android system, now that we've had a few years for the Android system to mature, and now we can give it an honest comparison between that and iOS. So stay tuned for those reviews and a full in-depth review on the iPod Touch 5. I'll see you guys later on the next video review, tutorial, or news announcement. Thanks, guys.